Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Have you ever wondered what games you should sell or you should use? Find out here at Purge Reviews. Find out on our top 10 list what games you cannot miss. Don't forget to subscribe to Purge Reviews.
Here's the Mythic Battle Compendium that will come with it. I will kind of shift through this and just give you some ideas on what I see in the book, and hopefully it'll give you a little bit of interest of what's in here. So you're going to start with a summary of campaigns that you can do, and then a painting guide will be in here and creating your own 3D battleground. So here's the first campaign. That will be Campaign Vengeance or Glory, and that will take you through. I'll have the setup of the first scenario and what you can do to play through it. Here's Scenario 2, War in the Underworld. 3, The Blood of Hydra. And each player is going to have a number of points that they can recruit. And Scenario 4 is The Crossing. And you have some special rules that are attached to that. Scenario 5, Expanding the Ranks. Still a 2-player in that scenario. Against the Cerebus. The Cerebus will pop up. You're going to have the Battle of Legends. Scenario 7. Here's a campaign, Democracy. So this will be a new campaign you can take your players through. Scenario 1 is Hecatomb, and it looks like you're using the Spartans in this one. The Guardians of the Temple. This scenario starts out as a 2-player scenario. And Scenario 3 is Spilling Blood, also 2 players. Some beautiful artwork in here. Scenario 4, the Golden Cup of Iris, will up it to 2 to 4 players. I believe it can still be played 2 players, but if you wanted to add some more people in, you could. Then Scenario 5 goes back down to 2 for the Hunt. Scenario 6, the Raft of the Hecatoncheires. This is a 2-player scenario. And Scenario 7, the Feeding Pits. Scenario 8 is a 2-player, Pushing Through. Still in the same campaign. Scenario 9, the Fratricidal Duel. And this is a really good one. I really like this one a lot, where you're bringing Atlas, Hades, and Zeus together. This is a 1 to 4-player campaign, Campaign Against the Gods. And it goes over the beginning of the campaign rules, some things that are unique to that. There's a hardcore mode if you want to add that in. And the scenario Reason Through Strength can be played 1 to 4 players. So you can play this one solo if you choose. Scenario 2, also 1 to 4 player for Athena. This is probably the campaign that I started out with, I think. I didn't get all the way through it, but I did start out here. Scenario 3 is Ruse Against Lightning. And I played this one solo because I wanted to try one of these out by myself. Scenario 4, 1 to 4 player, the Hesiades Rescue. Scenario 5 is 1 to 4, Artemis the Untamed. And Scenario 6, the Final Confrontation, 1 to 4. This will be the fight for Mount Olympus. This one right here is a beast. Then you have your victory and defeat, your progress depending on what happens in that. Now, that is a scenario that would go through a campaign of playing solo. That's probably the one that I'll play the most out of because I tend to play this game solo more. But there are 2 additional ones that take you through 2-player. Here's a painting guide. If you want a painting guide about how to paint this and tutorials and kind of how to do it. It's very neat. I'm not a painter. I usually outsource that to somebody else, but tells you what the colors of paints and everything you should need to do it. And then I'll take you through each character here and kind of show you how to paint it and how to get good at it. So if you're wanting to learn how to paint, this isn't a terrible place to start, I would assume. And it can kind of take you through this. And here is Zeus that you'll see. These are some great upgrades of the miniatures. If you want to pause on something, hopefully you can see it. And here's Hades. These are the gods that you'll have. Here's Atlantia. She's a beast. She is strong. You can tell that with the grass and everything, it kind of looks perfection at the end of it. And there is Achilles, played by Brad Pitt. Just kidding. And we end up with Odysseus here. So let's take you through all the players, even the expansion ones. Leonidas. Maybe remember him from a movie called 300. Hercules! I don't really like his miniature. He's not my favorite looking miniature, but he's cool. Just not what I picture Hercules as. But he's a very good miniature, just not in my mind what I thought of him as. And here is Cerberus. That dog is a beast. And he's very cool to look at. One of my favorite. My kids, when we play this, always call him Fluffy from Harry Potter. So your mileage may vary. There's the Minotaur. These guys are tough. I like his charge ability. It's really good. Hydra. Always a favorite. When you put this down on the table, people like to look at the Hydra. He's just an impressive miniature. Medusa. My kids think this is the Percy Jackson game because of Medusa. They like her a lot. And then the Spartans. You like to see the Spartans? There they are. Lots of detail in there. The Infernal Warriors. These guys are nasty beasts. Then you have the Amazon. I like to call an off-brand Wonder Woman. Hopefully that's funny to you. With the Hoplites, these guys are... I wish they were faster. When I play with them, I always wish they were faster. The Infernal Hounds, they are faster. Not very strong, though. The Centaur, you're going to have 2 of those in the box. Very cool looking. And they'll go into basing and execution of how to do the bases and how to make the bases look cool. And you can have different... here's the Poseidon base and this Hera's base and how to get all done. And then they talk a little bit about paintbrushing. It's a very good book to kind of teach you this kind of stuff. If you want to find out how to do some of the 3D ruins and make things look really, really cool, you can definitely pimp this out quite a bit. So that's going to be the Compendium. Hopefully I didn't go too fast. If you want to see something slower, but that's what it's going to be. It's going to be 3 campaigns in there and a painting guide. That's what you're going to get. Thanks for watching the video. I really appreciate you tuning in. If you liked it, please like it and hit that little subscribe button. That really helps out the channel. Lets us know that you're getting the videos that you want. If you agreed or disagree with what I said, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear what you have to say, and I promise that I will comment back. Thanks for watching, and everybody else, keep playing games.